History of cannabis. The dots represent a timeline of the earliest recorded evidence of cannabis use. They paint a picture of how and when cannabis spread its roots around the globe. Many of the dates correlate with historical events that explain human migration, and with it, our most beloved plant. The first human contact with cannabis began with hunter-gatherers, foraging for food. They came across the plant's highly nutritious seeds and began collecting them. Doing this results in sticky fingers from the resin that surrounds the seed pods. Those sticky fingers began the earliest method of cannabis extraction, known as charas, and is still smoked today by the Indian sadhus, holy men of India. 28 million years ago, cannabis split from its common ancestor, Cannabaceae, and began a new line of plant species we know today as cannabis. The cannabis that developed in the dry, sandy environment of Afghanistan and the Middle East formed the first indica landrace strains in order to adapt to the harsh climate. Thick resin heads, large, broad leaves, and their short stature helps them to survive in the desert sun and strong winds. The cannabis that developed in the humid, tropical environments of Asia formed the first sativa landrace strains in order to adapt to the local climate. Thinner membrane of the resin head, slender leaves, and their tall stature helps them to survive in the tropics. Muslims used marijuana recreationally since alcohol consumption was banned by the Quran, but marijuana was not. Hindus in India revered the use of marijuana in a mildly intoxicating drink called bhang, saying that it cured a long list of ills, including problems with sunstroke, digestion, and dysentery. The Dagga belt of South Africa stretches from the Western Cape to KwaZulu-Natal along the coastline. This tropical and subtropical climate, along with a vast stretch of preserved wilderness, created ideal cultivation environments for cannabis. In the mid-1500s, African slaves transported to Brazil brought cannabis with them. They worked farms in Brazil and they were allowed to grow crops of marijuana to smoke. The Emerald Triangle pioneered a new world approach of modern cannabis cultivation. It gained global reputation for the quality and new strains being developed in a legalized industry. Cultivating terroir, artful insights into cannabis cultivation. Delve into the realm of commercial cannabis cultivation and discover the artistic narrative behind cultivating terroir, found only at www.smokybee420.com.